Narcissists often hide their abuse and narcissism, or use gaslighting and blame shifting to confuse you and make you doubt if you are being abused. Following our 11 warning signs, your partner may be toxic. The higher the score, the more toxic and narcissistic they are. They lack empathy. Lack of empathy is one of the defining traits of narcissism. Narcissists are frequently indifferent to the suffering of others and may even enjoy other people's misfortune. They may laugh at you when you are hurt or upset, or dismiss it as you being oversensitive and overreacting. They may get angry when you are sick and it inconveniences them. Your fears or concerns will often be ridiculed or invalidated as not important. They will act with little regard to how their actions impact you and may even appear cold and callous. They may play with their phone or clean their fingernails when you talk to them. You may feel unloved, unvalued, and as if they do not understand nor care to learn about you or your feelings. To them, whatever they are doing, even cleaning their fingernails, is more important than your emotions, needs, dreams, or what you have to say. It is all about them. Narcissists need to feel they are the center of attention. Grandiose narcissists for their accomplishments and how great they are, and covert narcissists for how much they have suffered. They rarely ask follow-up questions, but often interrupt you or wait until you pause to turn the conversation back onto them. They may try to one-up you or dismiss and invalidate your accomplishments. When they cannot get attention by telling people how great they are or how much they have suffered, they will either make a scene or just walk away. Narcissists, especially covert narcissists, hate it when you are happy and frequently will try to derail any special day or celebration you have. Even if it's your birthday or wedding, they feel all the attention should be on them. If they cannot turn their attention onto them, they will try to ruin your special moment. They may have so little regard for you that even if you are lying in hospital with pipes coming out of you and machines surrounding you, they will complain about the paper cut they got. The only time they care to listen to you is if you praise them or they get secrets out of you that they can later use against you. They instill fear in you. Fear is a powerful manipulation tactic that narcissists love to use, as it often leaves you hopeless and powerless. Overt threatening you can be them threatening that they are going to hurt you, themselves, someone you love, or a pet. It can also be them threatening to break your stuff or take something away from you, such as a car they are lending you, or financial support. They may also threaten to make false allegations against you or smear your name. Covertly inducing fear in you is often done under the disguise of caring for you. This is a favorite tactic of covert narcissists, such as consistently saying that they don't like that you are working late at night because they fear you will be mugged on the way home, and then showing you news articles of people getting mugged. Or each time you are to write an exam, they say that they think you will fail. Or they claim your boss does not like you, and every time you make a mistake, they claim your boss is going to fire you. They are emotionally inconsistent. Narcissists believe that their feelings are reality and that they are not in control of their bad feelings. If they are upset, then someone made them upset. If they are happy, then it is because they are great. They also see the world through colored lenses, depending on how they feel. If they feel good, then what you do is good. If they feel bad, then the same thing you do is bad. So they do not treat you according to what you did or said, but how they feel in the moment. That is why the same action you took yesterday, which they loved, can today cause them to fly into a rage, as they will twist the truth to fit their view. Such as, yesterday they were in a good mood, and when you helped them cleaning the house, they believe you did it because you love them. But today, they are in a bad mood and change their beliefs that you only helped them yesterday with cleaning the house because you wanted to humiliate them by showing them how much better you can clean the house than them. Thus, the way they treat you and see things are not rational because their perception of reality is colored by their current emotions they are experiencing, which are fleeting and affected by outside influences. They are also highly paranoid, and even if they believe you in the moment that you want to help them, soon afterward, they will convince themselves that you only want to help them in order to manipulate or humiliate them. They also have split thinking, where they either see people and actions as good or bad. If you are not with them, then you are against them. If you say no to them or criticize them, you are bad and hate them, which can make them shift their attitude toward you in a second. They constantly pick on you. You are not allowed to be better than a narcissist unless they can claim credit for it. Narcissists, especially covert narcissists, need to break you down to feel better about themselves. Covert narcissists will grind you to dust as they think so little of themselves. In the beginning of a relationship, they often insult you and then claim they are only joking or teasing you. But over time it will become worse, where they get meaner with their insults and start to accuse you of all kinds of crazy things. They will also invalidate your accomplishments or downplay your concerns and fears. The put-down remarks can be open, such as calling you fat, lazy, or useless. Or it can be a double-meaning statement, or even covert, such as, "Why don't you rather wear the other outfit? You look so much better in that." They will criticize almost everything you do, or just ignore it. You will feel like nothing you do is ever good enough for them, or that it just does not matter to them, while they slowly break you down and make you feel unloved, unvalued, worthless, and as if you have no purpose or value in the world. They gaslight you. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious manipulation tactics narcissists use, and is often a hallmark of a narcissistic person. The person will first deny your reality through blatant lies, twisting the truth, distorting reality, calling your memory into question, and denying things happened. Then they will try to get you to believe a different reality. The effects over time will be that you no longer trust your own memory of what happened. You become anxious and fearful while you often do not know why. You lose self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth. You struggle to remember things. You feel as if you can never do anything right and make up excuses or accept blame for the narcissist's actions. You will also start to question your own perceptions of reality and your own emotions. They cannot handle criticism. Most narcissists have a deep-seated fear of not being good enough and being abandoned. Thus, when you criticize them or point out their flaws, even by just offering to help them, it often causes intense negative emotions in them. Thus, they take any criticism very personal, which can cause them to feel as if their image and ego is under attack. This can cause them to be overwhelmed with a need to defend themselves, which can cause them to instantly fly into a rage. Or they may instantly switch to victim mode and make you feel ashamed or guilty for pointing out their mistakes or flaws, or offering to help them. Many may get angry and claim they know better than you, or just flat out refuse to follow your advice, even if it is detrimental doing so, and they know it. They often would rather suffer and then blame their problems on someone else than admit they are wrong and follow someone else's advice, especially if they see you as beneath them in some way. They do not apologize. Narcissists are extremely entitled and do not think they owe anyone any apology. If you do not like their actions, then it is your problem. You cannot debate or compromise with a narcissist. They are right, and that is the end of the story. They do not see your opinion or point of view as important. They either see it as you being ignorant and stupid and in need of education, or it is a challenge to their authority. So if educating you with their truth does not work to get you around to their way of thinking, be prepared to be insulted on how stupid you are, or being attacked for daring to challenge their authority and brilliance. Narcissists also do not take responsibility for their actions and do not care to try to understand your side of a story or your reasoning. Any apology they give is just a manipulation tactic to avoid responsibility. Often they will blame you while giving an apology, such as saying, "Sorry I overacted, but you just know how to push my buttons," or "Sorry you feel that way." They do not commit to the relationship. If you both agree that it is a friends with benefit relationship, then it is fine. But if you are trying to make a solid relationship and they refuse to define it as such, then it is a big red flag. Frequently they will have double standards where they can flirt with others even in front of you, but you are not allowed to even look in the direction of other people. Sometimes they will even demand that you dress down so that you do not attract attention. When you try to voice your displeasure, they may turn it around on you and say that it is your fault because you do not want to commit or you do not give them enough attention. They may also call you crazy or say that you are imagining things, or that it is not their fault people find them irresistible. Find someone who is willing to put just as much effort into the relationship as you. They constantly need validation. Narcissists do not have an internal sense of value. They derive their value from outside sources, such as people's opinions of them, as well as material possessions. This means that they constantly need validation, admiration, and assurance from people that they are still as grand as they think they are, or that people still perceive them as they want people to perceive them. Overt narcissists are very insecure when others outshine them, as they have a need to be the best and often the center of attention. They can get angry or dismissive when you tell them of your accomplishments, or when someone else gets more attention than them, even if it's a person's wedding or birthday. Covert narcissists need everyone to know how much they are suffering and believe they have it worse than everyone else on the planet. They will often ignore or dismiss your stories of what happened to you and claim they have it so much worse than you, even when they clearly do not. For they are often detached from reality and oblivious to the situations of other people. This can cause them to appear insensitive and cold. Other times they may appear desperate for attention, especially when they derive their value from their intellect and they are clearly outclassed in the present company and just make a fool of themselves. Or they derive their value from their looks and dress and act inappropriately for their age while refusing to accept that they are not as youthful as they were. They need to be in control. Narcissists have a desperate need to feel in control. Some will even go as far as to check your phone and email each day, or put trackers on your car or phone. Others are so insecure that they will even inspect your underwear when you get home. You might not be allowed to leave a house without them. Many will rule with fear and tell you if you are allowed to work, what you can eat, where, and who you can interact with. Covert narcissists more often use guilt and shame to manipulate you, and if they cannot get their way, will sulk to maintain control over you. If they feel their control over you slipping, they will often get more abusive and can attack you verbally and physically to regain control over you. You may feel as if when they want your opinion, they will give it to you. If they think you will leave them, they can go ballistic and harm themselves or you in an attempt to force you to stay. However, if you do leave them, they will often make it their goal or sometimes their life's mission to destroy you, as they cannot accept that you rejected them. This is normally done with smear campaigns, false allegations, bogus charges, harassment, stalking, damaging your property, sabotaging your success in any means they can, financially ruining you with frivolous litigations, or attacking you physically. Watch the video suggested to you now to discover one of the most powerful and destructive manipulation tactics narcissists use, called whataboutism.